Memorial girls basketball team, like many others in Virginia, are currently preparing for the upcoming playoffs. But sports director David DeGuzman joins us with the incredible story of how two players on that team endured similar experiences.
Yeah, chanting for Courtney and Rachel Grace just stepping onto the court seemed like a slim possibility at one point in each of their lives. Both of them have fought cancer.
Wow. And
this story chronicles how their journeys intersected, where friendship meets the sport of basketball.
Sometimes I'm on the bench just thinking about how things could have gone so differently, or, I would have to be sitting on the bleachers watching, wishing, I was out there. Not knowing if we'd ever get here, and now we're here, and it's kind of surreal.
Courtney Ott and Rachel Gray have a bond stronger than any of her Wilson Memorial teammates.
I found out a week before I turned 10 in 2008.
I got diagnosed the second semester of my freshman year.
I think it's crazy, and my mom and dad mention it all the time. They're like, 1/6 of your team has had cancer, and I don't even know what to say to it, because it blows my mind that it can happen to anybody.
Courtney was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, a bone cancer that affected her left leg.
They said that if I were to keep exercising and putting a lot of pressure on my left leg, that it would just eventually snap in half, because the cancer eats away at the bones. Right when I got diagnosed, they were thinking, oh, we're gonna have to cut your leg off, you're gonna be not in sports forever, if not a long time. So we got a second opinion, went to Johns Hopkins, and they called and said that they could save my leg.
A 16-hour procedure, followed by months filled with chemotherapy and recovery. But by 7th grade, Courtney was back on the court.
I forgot how it felt to walk. I was always in a wheelchair, so to be able to, even when I could just stand and walk, that was really great. And when I got to run at that basketball practice, I know it was a lot, but it was really rewarding.
Courtney survived cancer by the time Rachel experienced pain in her back in 2013. Her second semester of high school.
It just completely shocked me, because they had told me for so long that it wasn't going to be cancerous. And it was just, I was in denial for a while.
In the days after getting diagnosed with sarcoma, Rachel reached out to the only person that can relate to her struggle.
She was the only person I knew who had any somewhat similar experience. And just having the thought and comfort of having someone like that is invaluable.
I know how it feels when people are like, I'm so sorry, if you need anything, I'm here. And although that is very sincere, and I probably said, I'm here if you ever need it, I truly meant it. I remember always saying, if you ever don't like a nurse, tell me who, and we can talk.
During both journeys, basketball served as the motivation to fight.
I was counting down the days.
Yeah.
I remember the day I got my release letter. It was halfway through the Laurier game last year here, and I gave her the release letter, and I asked if I could go dress out for the second half of the game.
Rachel, already on the varsity roster at the time of diagnosis, returned on December 27, 2013.
My first game back was my birthday, so it was the greatest birthday present I have ever gotten, and I got to play that game, which was even more special.
Through basketball, a friendship was born. After cancer, a bond was strengthened.
We go to each other.
Yeah, we can always talk to each other, if we're having problems or something. I know Courtney's always there for me.
And I don't know if I've ever told you this, because it's very deep. I look at her in practice and be like, if she is running that hard, I need to be up there with her. I endured treatment a while ago, but she just got off, and she's pushing it more than I am right now, and that's not acceptable. I used her as motivation because she was really tough, and she motivated me.
And out of partnership, a commitment to helping others.
It has definitely given me the motivation and passion to help others. I wasn't aware of the amount of children in our area who have cancer, had cancer, or whose families were affected by cancer. Like, it's just mind-blowing.
And just seeing everybody in Augusta County and this side of the mountain that are affected by cancer, it breaks my heart, but when another kid survives, it just gives me more hope to the future.
Hope from a pair of Green Hornets who found refuge on the hardwood.
Wow, and you were telling me that earlier today that these aren't the only ones in their families affected by cancer?
Yeah, I mean, a couple updates. Rachel's cancer currently in remission. Courtney and Rachel have both organized the school's Childhood Cancer Awareness Night that you saw took place last month. One of the individuals recognized that night was Courtney's brother, Chris, who was recently diagnosed with a form of thyroid cancer.
Wow.
He just underwent surgery. As for Courtney and Rachel, both are looking into careers that would help future cancer patients.
So good to hear. All right, thank you, David.